Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Lucas Live. Or maybe it's afternoon, maybe it's evening. I don't know what time you're watching, but we're recording this live at 8 a.m. Today is July 16, 2020. Another great day. We are going to be talking about relationships today. Whether you're single, dating, or married, this episode is for you. So stay right here. Don't go anywhere. If you're listening to this as a podcast, we welcome you back to the show. If you're watching this again by replay or live, we're so excited to have you. My name is Lucas Tyndale. I am the host here of Lucas Live. And today we're talking about one of my favorite topics. If anybody knows me, you know I've loved love for a long time. I love relationships. I love helping singles get fit for relationships, mentally, spiritually, emotionally fit for relationships. I also love helping dating couples sort through the things that they need to sort through to get to the engagement, to get to the wedding. I also love helping married couples get the strength and the endurance they need. I am your relationship personal trainer. I want to help you guys get what it takes and get in shape for a relationship. Now, I'm not talking about physical fitness, although physical fitness is really important. I just was at the gym at 5 a.m. As you guys know, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. I go to the gym every day and have a great time. Shout out to my man, Dan Harsh. We get it in every day and we have a great time, and we talk about life and the things that are challenging us as men as we lift the weight. And he comes up with some crazy workouts just because he's a little crazy. It's all good though. You got to have somebody like that in your life to help push you, whether it be relationships, whether it be fitness, whether it be eating better, whatever it is. Having people in your life that push you is so important. So again, shout out to Dan Harsh for all the help and support he offers me when it comes to physical fitness. And I'm excited to be here to help you guys get fit for relationships. Again, you might be married right now and you might be like, man, I'm in this marriage and I don't know what's happening. We need some help, and I'm here to help. Or maybe you're single and you're like, I've been wanting to be married for a long time, but nothing's working out. You know, things just aren't, I don't know. Every time it gets close, every time it starts to seem right, something goes left. Every time it starts to get right, something goes wrong. Okay, so we want to help you guys with that today. I'm really excited. Good morning, Miss Amanda Jean Dukes, my producer, here chiming in. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you guys are here, we always appreciate your shares. Again, even if you're watching this by replay, you can share this broadcast and somebody else will see it and they'll be like, man, I'm so glad you shared that. I saw it on your page and I needed that. Mr. Ric Flair, Mr. Mikey Bennison, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here today, my man. I don't know if you said the other day you take a break. Are you working midnights? Are you up in the morning? I forget what you said, how you are able to jump in, but I appreciate you being here bright and early in the morning, my man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Everybody who's jumping in, we always appreciate it. And again, those who are listening by podcast, because this right now, while we're recording this, is a video podcast. You're watching it live. What you're actually watching is the recording of a podcast. So you see, I got this mic here. I got lights and cameras and setup and stuff. But this is about recording a live podcast. So we're excited. Whether you're here on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You're not here on Instagram. I'm sorry. That's in the future. Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Periscope. We're glad to have you. Miss Erica Berry, so glad to have you. Thank you for being here with us on LinkedIn. My wonderful, wonderful friend who taught me everything I ever needed to know when I was 12 and 13. You helped me understand how women think. And all these years, thank you so much for always allowing me into your life to hear and understand the female side of things. So that I could have a greater sensitivity, and I think I'm better at it because of you, because in middle school, high school, throughout life, you've always shared great insight and great perspective, and then you always allowed me to share insight with you, and then you go test my theory, so I appreciate that. You know what I mean? That helped out a lot. Ratonda here from Periscope, glad to have you. If it's your first time joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so glad you're here. Please share the broadcast. We're excited. Miss Sharice Grantham, thank you so much for being here. Some of you have already signed up for my social media relationship training class, which will take place this Saturday. So if you guys are wanting more information about that, you guys are going to text Lucas Live. You got to join the inner circle, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a discount to people. I'm going to put out a coupon code today that's going to give a discount for people who already paid full price. I'm going to give them more. So there's some people here now who have already signed up, and you're going to get more for what you paid for. Social media profile review, and some other benefits. I'm even thinking of some one-on-one sessions, especially for some of our great supporters like Miss Sharice Grantham. So glad to have you. Thank you again, Erica. So today I had some questions sent in. I want to hear some questions from you guys as well while we're here live. Tag somebody, tap somebody, text somebody, wake them up, get them going, say, hey, we're getting some, there's a paid session this Saturday that we hope you guys join, for especially for singles, men or women who are thinking, why do I keep attracting these same people? Why are these same people in my DMs? What is happening in my life that I keep getting this same thing? What I want to help you guys do is learn the marketing approach. I was a marketing major, and so I'm always thinking from a marketing perspective. And even me, when I look at people's profiles, I think, and I think, what are they trying to do? Are you just trying to share your life? Fine. You just want to show your life, your kids, your vacations, your work, your life, no problem. But then there's others who I'm like, I think they want a relationship, but they don't realize what story they're telling. Facebook, Instagram now have what are called stories, right? Stories it's the perfect word because we're telling a story. Welcome, Miss Tamika Jones. So glad to have you here. You're telling a story, okay? And so what story are you telling is the question. And it's hard sometimes for us to realize what story we're telling. And how many likes you get doesn't always tell the story. How many hearts you get doesn't always tell the story. How many comments, that does not necessarily mean there's way more. Let me just say this. There's way more people looking at your social media profiles than you know. Single ladies, there's more single guys looking through every picture in your profile than you know. You just didn't know it, but they are. There's all kinds of men looking through your stuff, okay? You just don't know it. The question is, which ones see something in there that makes them want to shoot their shot? Are you positioned in a way that makes people want to buy? So we're going to talk from a marketing perspective in this class on Saturday. Again, if you're interested in knowing more information, you're going to text Lucas Live to 31996. Let me throw that up here on the screen so you guys can see that. I want you guys to know there's still time to register, but I'm going to recommend registering by texting Lucas Live to 31996 because I'm going to send out a special coupon code that's going to give you a discount for the next less than 48 hours because the class is this Saturday. There's going to be an opportunity for you to get it at a discounted price. Again, for people who already paid for the training, I'll be reaching out to you with some special things that I'm going to be giving you for being a supporter, paying that full price. You're going to get more for your money, I promise. But people who haven't registered yet for my LinkedIn training this Saturday or my relationship social media training for singles, text Lucas Live to 31996. If you're already a part of the inner circle and you've already done that, wait for the code to come through today and the text message to come through today with more information. But marketing, social media marketing, a lot of people do not think of them. Again, did you know? Tell me, in the comments, I want you to say, I know or I didn't know. Okay, I know or I didn't know. Did you know? And even if you're watching this by replay right now, if you're watching a replay, I still want you to type I know or I didn't know. We'll see it pop up later. I'll see it pop up later. Did you know that if you're single, I mean, even if you're married, it doesn't matter what you are, but did you know that there's more people clicking through your profile pictures and your social media pictures than you realize? Did you know there's more people out there doing it? Did you know there's more people out there looking through your stuff than are liking and commenting and engaging it? Did you know that? Did you realize that? Do you think about that? Do you think about the fact that somebody is like, she's pretty. She's cute. He looks good. I like this picture. And then they start going through trying to figure out, who are they? Like, who are they really? Is that one pretty picture? Or is that, or are they beautiful on the outside and messed up and got some issues and arguing on here? What's going on? Welcome. Thank you guys for those comments. Didn't know. Okay, I see some of you guys knew, some of you guys didn't know. Ladies, I'm telling you, now share this broadcast, tag your friends, share it to your groups. If you got a ladies group, a men's group, or whatever, share this broadcast. Tasha Ellis, she said, I figured. I'm telling you, okay? And think about this. Now, let's be honest. Have you ever, just anybody ready to be honest? Have you ever gone through, ladies, gentlemen, single people, anybody, married people too? I don't matter who you are. Have you ever gone through somebody's social media profile and looked through every picture? Or darn near every picture? Have you ever done that? Have you ever just been like, you saw one post that made you want to know more. So you started clicking through and you started looking at stuff and you're like, let me see what else. Oh, that's a nice picture. Oh, they went on vacation. Oh, they got a kid. Oh, that's real. Oh, this guy. Oh, man. Oh, he's attractive. Oh, he's a dad. Oh, he looks like he has a good relationship with his dad. Oh, was that his sister or is that his girlfriend? Is he single or is he not single? What's going on, right? That's what he said. DMs dry. Hey, if your DMs are dry, I'm going to help you out. You got to take my class. You want to text Lucas Live to 31996. I'm going to help people. If your DMs are dry, we're going to help you out. Also, we're going to talk about how are you, from a marketing perspective, going to project something that says, we're open for business over here. Okay. So thank you. Yeah. Oh, she said her lying husband was going. This is Barbie Minor. Oh, I don't know what that means. Barbie, I don't know if you said your lying husband was going through everybody's pictures. I don't know. Tamika, you've clicked through that. Tasha, thank you. Tracy Thompson, you got to try it. You got to go through. Okay. Here's another thing. Okay. So marketing. Okay. Good marketing is about understanding first yourself. What image are you portraying? What is your goal? I want you guys to be thinking of this. And I'm going to get into this in my training on Saturday. Again, if you haven't signed up yet, today is the day because I'm going to be sending out that special coupon code. It's going to be a significant discount for people who are already paid. Again, I'll be reaching out to you to let you guys know I'm going to be doing a personal social media profile review with you and offering some other benefits. But I've been doing relationship coaching for a long time with singles. I was on the phone with one of my clients last night. Singles, dating, married couples, all of that. I've written books. I wrote a book myself to women. Me and my wife wrote a book together for singles and couples. I'll share more information about that. But I was a marketing major in college. Okay, organizational management and marketing were my majors in college. From a marketing perspective, first thing a brand needs to know is they have to know themselves. You have to know yourself. Like you have to really start asking yourself some questions. And I'm going to help people do this on Saturday. You have to start asking yourself some questions like, who am I? Who am I really? Not who do I want to pretend to be, but who am I really? And then how do I show up as my genuine self? Because remember this, there's a great saying, different is better than better. Different is better than better. Somebody put different is better than better in the comments. I know it's a lot. I don't want you wrecking if you're driving. Don't wreck your car. But different is better than better. Different is better than better. Somebody type that in the comments. Different is better than better. I want to explain what that means. That was said by a lady named Sally Hogshead, who wrote a book called Fascinate. And she was talking about different personality types and how people are. And she was talking about it from marketing and branding perspective and just knowing yourself. Different is better than better. So what does that mean? Different is better than better. What that means is so many people, thank you, Barbie, for typing that in the comments. What that means is so many times we're trying to be better at being someone else than we are at being better at being us and being different. Like you think every guy wants this girl, so you keep trying to show up more like this girl, or you think that every girl likes this guy, so you keep trying to show up like this guy, but it's not your genuine self. So you're trying to be better than them at being them. You're not going to be better than somebody at being them. Your best chance at attracting the right person for you is being more genuine and more true to you, because somebody out there is tired of the cookie cutter girls who are all the same. Stop trying to compete with the girl. If you want to be sexy, be sexy. Okay. I think people like to see a plethora. They like to see that you have. I used to say this when I was single. This was my single days. It's still from my wife. This is true of my wife. I like a woman who can wear heels and gym shoes. Okay? Heels and gym shoes. One of the heels and gym shoes. I want to see what my wife has heels and gym shoes in the closet. I'm not now depending on your age. I mean, some people are still attracted, some people are attracted to the girl in the Jordans and all those things. Maybe not for me. Maybe mine is more like a tennis shoe or something. And I'm not saying that's not attractive. That's not cool. Some guy loves that. They're like, we're going to have matching J's. That's what's up, right? But a dichotomy, different things. Ladies, you might like to see a man who can wear a suit and a tie and a t-shirt and a hat, right? Or whatever, right? You want to see that he can show up. He could go to the suit and tie event. He could go to the wedding, the reception. He could be your date. And He's going to go out there, work out. He can have some fun, run around with you and the kids, chase the dog, chase the cat. I don't know. You want to see the dichotomy of people. You want to see the differences in people. We don't always show up. Thank you, Erica. Thank you guys for different is better than better. That's right. Different is better than better. And this is true also. I'm also doing LinkedIn training this weekend. If you're interested in that, again, Lucas Live to 31996. I'll be texting information today about that with a discount code for everybody. So learning who you are, loving who you are. Somebody out there doesn't love themselves yet. Love anybody ever struggled to love themselves? Say me in the comments. And I'm going to start by saying me. I'm going to start by saying, even when I met my wife, I didn't fully love myself. True story. And when I met my wife, she didn't fully love herself. And thank God we figured that out. But a lot of relationships fail because we're trying to get from somebody something we don't even have for ourselves. Thank you, Sharice. Thank you. Say me. Be honest in the comments if you can. If you've ever struggled loving yourself for whatever reason, your outside appearance, your inside stuff, the junk you've been through as a child, the stuff you went through in relationships. Your last man was telling you how sorry you was. Your last girl was telling you how your job, you weren't making enough money. Whatever you went through in your life, we struggle to love. It is hard. Here's the crazy thing. Thank you for all the honesty in the comments. It is hard to love someone who doesn't love themselves because it's like pouring water into a bucket with a hole in it. Because when we don't love ourselves, two things. When we don't love ourselves and when we don't know how much God loves us, we struggle in relationships because we're looking for people to fill a void that they can't fill. They keep pouring water in the bucket, but there's a hole in the bucket. Like the bucket is not complete. The bucket has a problem, and it's us. It's that I don't really love me. So no matter what you say, anybody struggle with compliments? Somebody say me if you ever struggle with compliments. They're like, "Oh girl, you look so good." You're like, "Why are you talking to me?" Right? Hey, my man, a girl come up to you like, "Hey, brother, I just wanted to let you know, man, I like how you look in that suit, man. I like whatever, I'm not trying to come on to you, sir. I just blah, blah, blah." Lady talking to you. She came up to you at the event and you as a man, you like, "Yeah, it's cool. I know. We're trying to play tough." But deep down, you don't love yourself. So you're having a hard time accepting this compliment. Something in your mind is always saying people are saying stuff to get something from you. And you always feel like you're about to get tricked or played or something's wrong. Been there, right? Like sometimes we have issues that we don't realize. Again, we can't be the bottomless pit. If you want someone to fill the void of love that you don't have for yourself, maybe you got mommy issues, maybe you got daddy issues, maybe you got mommy, daddy, aunt, uncle, cousin issues. You got issues. We all got issues, okay? We all got some, right? You have those issues, and now you can't understand why you keep attracting broken people. Broken people tend to attract broken people. It's magnetism. It's attraction. It is. So what I always work with people on is healing themselves, loving the people around them that are easier to love. If you struggle to love others, one of the first ways to get better at love is to show love to the people who are easier to love. Be more loving to your kids. Some of us love our kids and would kill somebody over our kids, but we are the meanest people in the world to our kids. If somebody else talked to our kids the way we talk to our kids, we would fight them, right? Sometimes we forget to tell them how much we love them. We buy them stuff, we take care of them, but sometimes we forget to just look at them and say, "You're so special to me." Sometimes we forget to call our parents and say, "You're so special to me." As you guys know, this entire show is dedicated to my mom, who sadly passed away on March 26th of this year. Today is July 16th, 2020. This would have been her 71st birthday. So today is a day, I don't want to say, I don't know how it's going to be, right? So me and my family talked about it a little bit. We are concerned that it's going to be tough. I mean, this morning, it was a little tough. Yesterday was a little bit tough, but not like overwhelmingly tough. I'm okay. And I hope to be okay today. But we don't show love to the people it should be easier to show love to. So we don't build the muscle of love. We don't build the muscle of expressing love. So then we get in relationships or we start talking to people, we finally attract somebody and we don't have the muscle to show love, right? Thank you so much, Dominique Kaiser. Thank you so much for showing love to my mom, Rotunda. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Shout out to my mom, Miss Vivian Tyndale, Vivian Rosetta. I got tattoos. I just got these last week. You can see that. My tattoos are starting to peel. I don't know how to hold it up for the camera. It's upside down, but it says Vivian Rosetta, and there's a rose, and I got it on both arms. What am I doing here? I don't know how to. Anyway, it's all for my mom, and my arm says more to do. More to do, and I have some scriptures that were hers. Anyway, all of that is dedicated to my mom, who I lost recently, and this show is dedicated to her. Education, motivation, liberation. It's all about my mom, what we do here on Lucas Live. So shout out to her. But learning to love. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have questions, I want to start seeing your questions in the comments. I do have some questions that were sent in. I want to get to that. She's a Cancer like me. Yep. And I am too. My birthday was last Thursday. So I was born a week. Well, my birthday is a week before my mom's. I was obviously born several years after her. But yes, so she is a Cancer. So think about that. And I want to get into some questions. But I want us to be thinking about that. But when it comes to social media too, what are you saying? Remember, Instagram and Facebook have stories for a reason, because literally you're telling a story. Secondly, human beings are storytellers by nature. Our whole brain works by wrapping around stories. Like, that's how you remember everything about life. What happened when you start telling the story. What happened at work today? You don't just say, Bob walked in, I went to the copy machine, got a cup of coffee, did my work, came home. That's not how you tell the story of work. You start telling a story. Well, when I got on the road this morning, of course, traffic was backed up all the way to the house. Then I got in the office, and I can't stand my boss. And she said, good morning. And I looked at her, and I was like, good morning. And I was trying to be nice. And the next thing you know, here comes Sally with her crazy self, talking about something that happened this weekend, knowing she's too old to be out at them clubs. She about 100, and she still goes to you tell a story, right? That's how we work. That's how humans are. You ask your kids how their day was. They tell a story. That's how your brain works. So the question, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, what story are you telling people about yourself with your social media? Singles. I'm talking to the singles right now. Single, dating, or married. What story are you telling people? But you want to think about it. If you want to. Again, I'm cool. People's are like, I just post. I do what I want. No problem. Hey, Gloria. Hey, Angela. So glad you guys are here. Today is going to be a good day. Happy birthday to my mom. We're going to make it today, right? We're going to be good today. We're going to celebrate her today. Thank you guys. Glad you guys are here. Those are my mom's sisters, Gloria Sanders and Angela Drake. Those are my mom's sisters. Two people she loved and adored. So glad they're here this morning with us. So when it comes to that, I want you guys to think about that. All right. Social media when it comes to that. Also, when I'm talking to people about LinkedIn, which I will also be doing this weekend, I'm talking about branding yourself so that you can get the jobs and careers you want. So I'll be sending out information about that again today. If you're not a part of the inner circle, you're missing it. You got to text Lucas Live to 31996. It's really simple. If you're already a part, you're going to get the information today. I'm so excited to share with you. This training is this Saturday, and it's going to be great. All right, I got to look down at my phone. So I got a question that came in before. If you have a question, please feel free to put it in the comments. If you watch this by replay, you have a question, feel free to send it to me. I will do my best to get back to people and answer questions for you, relationship questions. If it's pertaining to something I'm training on or I have in my book, I'll reference those things and say, hey, here's the best place to get that information, because I'm always going to go deeper in those places. Okay, I can only give you guys so much here because we only have so much time. In those trainings, I'm going to go deeper, and then others are going to want to work one-on-one. I'm going to obviously offer one-on-one training or purchase books. I'll have those things and that information available. Okay, so someone asked, anonymous, I'm not going to say who it is. Someone sent me a message and they said, how do I get out of my worrying that this relationship will end up like the others, or worrying about things that have happened bad in the past? So this person is currently dating, and their question was, how do I get out of the worrying phase, right? Because if you've been in a bad relationship, it's hard to stop worrying. Like if you've been in several toxic relationships or several bad relationships, you always are waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're always waiting for the bad thing to happen. Anybody ever been there? And say been there in the comments if you've ever been there. Have you ever been in a new relationship and you're still stressed out about the past relationships? Have you ever been in a new relationship and you're still worrying that things are going to happen that happened in the last relationship? You're like, uh-oh, I've seen this movie before. I know what's about to happen. Things are about to get bad. And you are worried about things that maybe will never happen. But for some reason, you have this fear that something horrible is going to happen, and you're dealing with it. So if anybody's ever been there, or if you're dealing with that now, let me know. Okay? Y'all let me know. Okay? I don't know what this Has this been on my thing the whole time? What is that? Why didn't y'all tell me? What is that? Huh? Been there. All right. Been there. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you. Why didn't y'all tell me I had to post it on my thing the whole time? Y'all thought it was a part of the show? Y'all really? Y'all just gonna let me sit here with a post-it on my thing? I mean, I have my headphones off. You know, it was sitting on my desk, and then I put my headphones on for the show, and I couldn't see it through the camera, and I'm sitting here looking like a fool. Anyway, all right, that's what happens when you have a live show. All right, things go wrong, and I love pointing out when things go wrong because y'all know how real this is. I'm just a dude going live. All right, we just going live. All right, you thought it was the green screen thing, Amanda, my producer. So did I. So I was starting to adjust the green screen, and it was a post-it on my. Anyway, all right. Hey, stuff happens. All right, been there. Okay, we've been there. All right, it wasn't obvious what. Okay, it wasn't obvious what it was. Thanks, Sharice. All right, so here's what happens to so many people. Our past is stopping our future. Our past, your ex is still messing up your future relationship. Your ex is stopping you from having a health. How dare they? Or your exes, it's cumulative. And I say this to a lot of people. You may have heard me say this before, but this is an analogy I use. Okay. Thank you guys so much. So here's what, is there a code or text? Yeah. You text Lucas Live to 31996. You're going to get it. If you're not a part of the Inner Circle, you're going to get a text back that says, thank you for joining. And then later today, I'm going to send out a couple texts that are going to tell you how to join. It's going to give you the link to the significantly discounted price. And you're going to be able to join the training, the live Zoom training on relationship for singles this Saturday. Okay. And if you're not available this Saturday, the replay will be available to you to watch later, but you can sign up today. And to those who paid full price, I'm going to give you extras. So I'll be reaching out to you as well. All right. Good morning, Zanita. Good. Glad to have you. All right. So listen. All right. So where are we at? We were talking about our past. Okay. So here's what happens. Here's what happens. A hot water tank. Okay. Your hot water tank over time does not have the capacity it once had. And I may have shared this on the show before. I always talk about this with those who I'm coaching. I'm coaching some singles now and helping them get mentally, spiritually, emotionally fit for relationships. I am a relationship personal trainer. I'm trying to get you mentally, spiritually, emotionally fit so you can have the strength it takes to have a healthy relationship and the endurance. Healthy relationships are marathons. And if you're not in shape for the endurance, you'll be good in the beginning. It's like when you first go to the gym. First, you're like, oh, it's good. First 2 minutes on the treadmill, you're like, I'm doing good. Everything is good. About 5 minutes in, you're like, I'm going to die. I don't even know why I ever came to the gym. Right? I don't know why I ever got out on this track. I don't know why I ever started lifting these weights, right? It's hard as you go on. That is what a relationship is. Early on, it's easy. As it goes along, it gets harder, more challenging, more things come up. So I help people get the endurance to get through it and get fit. I have some resources as well. My wife and I wrote a book together. I'll share that. And then my book is available. And this training this Saturday for singles who want to attract the right person. Text Lucas Live to 31996. So here's what happens. Okay, so our past is impacting our future because, like a hot water tanks over time, you may not have noticed this, but over time, your hot water tank runs out of hot water faster. Now, this happens over a period of years, but when you first get a new hot water tank, everybody in the house can take a shower. You can shower the dog. You can wash your car. You can heat up the world, right? You got hot water for life. It's all, you can run a bath, get out the bath, drain the bath, wash the bath, run a bath for your kids. You can do all kinds, wash the dishes, you can do all kinds of stuff because your hot water tank has full capacity. That whole tank can fill up with hot water. But over time in most places, like in Ohio, where we have harder water, hard sediment in the water, and there's these little, like almost like stones, right? Like sand and sediment and calcium in the water. It builds up at the bottom of your hot water tank. So your hot water tank that used to be like this is now has less capacity. So it was this, and now over time, it's less and less. So pretty soon, you start yelling at your kids because you're like, y'all using up all the hot water. I'm sick of y'all. I don't know what y'all doing. Stop. First of all, you don't take a shower. Then when you take a shower, you're taking a long shower. Or I think you got the water running and you're sitting on the toilet in there or something. You're on your phone. You're playing your game. Stop wasting my hot water, right? Or is that was just me growing up? Okay, whatever. But what happened was, it's not that they're doing something different. It's that your hot water tank has less capacity. What happens to us after we go through bad relationship after bad relationship, we have less capacity for love. India Arie sang a song. I want to play the song right now. She said, are you ready for love? Are you ready for love? Some people want love, but they ain't ready for love. They want a relationship. They want a loving relationship, but they ain't ready for love. Your hot water tank has a little spout at the bottom that will allow you to attach a hose to it that will allow you to drain the hot water tank. Every so often, you're supposed to drain out the hot water tank because you're supposed to drain out all that sediment and all that gunk and all that calcium that has built up. You got to flush the sediments. That's right, Tasha. You got to flush those sediments that are at the bottom so that you have full capacity again. All right. So that's what we're not doing oftentimes. And we don't know why the ghost of relationship past is messing up our future. And you're like, I'm over Craig. I'm done. Craig is no good. I've been over him. He's no good. He ain't gonna hold me back. I'm free. But the truth is, Craig told you was sorry. Craig told you wasn't as beautiful as you thought you was. Craig said some abusive stuff over time. He may not have been physically abusive. He may not have been outright verbally abusive, but he kept dropping these hints that were tearing down your self-esteem. So your self-esteem tank is also here. So you don't have much. Your new person says one little thing and they say, are you sure you want to wear those shoes? And you're like, done. I can't believe you're going to talk to me about my shoes, right? Or to a man. Let me be clear, ladies. Men are sensitive too. Men, we got more sediment built up because we never drain it, because in order to drain it, we got to admit that we got problems. So men, we can't talk to each other oftentimes. Now, I'm big on talking to men, being a man who other men can talk to. And I'm also a man who talks to other men and says, I'm having some issues, I'm having some struggles. Okay. But in our society, we're often taught, men are taught that it's weak to show emotion. So if I express to my guys like, man, my girl hurt me the other day, man. She said I wasn't a good cook, and I pride myself on trying to cook sometime. I don't cook all the time, but when I do, I try. My man, what would you do? Like, a lot of guys ain't doing that. Dudes be like, man, this girl gonna talk about I can't cook. Man, I know I can cook. Forget her, man. I'll cook for somebody else, man. Forget her. Right? So dudes, they play the tough role, but they never drain the tank. We gotta empty some stuff out. Okay? And here's another thing that happens for social media. What happens is your issues, your past start to spill out and start to show up. I'm going to do some social media audits for some people, okay? And this is going to be, I'm going to offer it first to people who take my training this Saturday. So you want to be a part of that. That's going to be the way in. First, I got to teach you the basics of social media, of marketing. And social media marketing. In order to get into that training, you want to text Lucas Live to 31996 if you're not already a part of the Inner Circle, because I'm sending out information to the Inner Circle today with a significant discount on the training. Again, for those who paid full price, I got extra stuff for you. So stay tuned. I'll be reaching out to you. But what we don't realize even about our social media is our past is still on there. If you got issues if you fell out with your boyfriend 2 years ago and you made a post that all men are dogs and men are no good, and you never took that post down, some new guy saw your pretty picture that you posted yesterday, and he was like, she looked good. I kind of like, you know what? Oh, look at her. Oh, she with her kids. She look like a good mom. You know what? They started clicking through your pictures. Remember earlier I asked you if you realized that somebody is clicking through all your pictures? They're clicking through your pictures, right? And to some of you guys who really want a relationship, I do challenge singles to make their page public. Now, I've talked to some people who got some stuff going on. Maybe it's some work stuff or some old nonsense. I even know people who their exes is messing with them if they make their social media public. Their ex is going to try to intervene and mess that up. That sucks again. But I recommend to people, make your page public or make certain posts public. Be conscious. You are marketing. You want people to notice you. I'm not even getting into online dating yet. I'm just talking about somebody knowing your story, somebody being able to look at your Facebook, your Instagram, your whatever it is, and know a little something about you, to where a man or woman who is also single is willing to shoot their shot. Do you look like are you positioned on social media in a way that would tell someone it's okay to shoot my shot? Are you positioned in that way? That's what I want to help people do. I want to help people think about that. But again, we cannot allow our past problems, our exes, to X out our future relationships, because that's what's happening to too many people. And a lot of times those exes have moved on and they're now having relationships, and we're still sitting here stuck. And we'd be like, no, they would never stop me. I'm good. But deep down, we're not whole. We're not healthy. We're not good again. We don't love ourselves enough. And our tanks are not filling up to capacity because of what they did. Okay? So I love it. I'm an open book for some of these men I've dated, just have some internal issues. Absolutely. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, here's what I want you guys. Here's another thing we're going to talk about when it comes to marketing. I made a post about this recently. I don't know. Is anybody out there trying to marry more than one person? Yes or no? Anybody out there looking for like a polygamous relationship? Yes or no? Anybody? If you're looking to be in a relationship with multiple, if you're looking to be married to a woman, you're looking for multiple husbands at once, a man, you're looking for multiple wives. Yes or no in the comments. Are you looking for a polygamous relationship? Let me know. Because if you are, maybe I'm confused. Sharice said no. She's not. Renee Hall, welcome to the show. Sorry I didn't see you in the comments. I think you said something. Tiana Jones, I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Tiana Jones, you want to take my training this weekend if you want to know more about positioning yourself. But if you have more healing to do, Tiana, I totally understand. If there's some deep trust issues, you may not be ready to put yourself out there for a relationship. And that's okay. Everybody doesn't need to be in a relationship. All right? Everybody's not ready. Everybody doesn't want it. I am not here to be like, you're not whole. You're not complete. You're awesome. With or without a relationship, you're good. But if you want one, stop saying you don't want one. That's the biggest thing for anybody. If you want a relationship, life and death is in the power of the tongue. What you speak. Some people call it the law of attraction, the secret. I think it's biblical that life and death is in the power of the tongue. Speak those things that be not as though they were. The Bible continues to talk. God spoke the universe into being. Think about that. God's words. It didn't say God came down and formed the earth and formed the moon. It said he spoke and it was. We have that power to speak life into or death into our lives. So many single people are saying, I don't really want a relationship. I don't really need a man. I don't really need a woman. I don't really want. And deep in their heart, when they're alone, they're like, why am I alone? I'm tired. Not another Christmas, not another summer, not another cuff season where I'm not cuffing, not another nothing, not another fall where I don't have nobody to go on to the haunted house with or go cuddle up next to the fire. But out of their mouth, they're saying they don't want it. That's another marketing error, because to God, you are marketing to God that I don't want it. And so God, being the loving father that he is like, okay, well, sister over here wants it. Why would I be trying to bless you with something you don't want when my child over here is dying for it and they're asking for it and they're positioning themselves and they're taking training and they're reading books? Let me help them have what they want, because you just said you don't want it, and I honor your words. God honors our words. So if you want a relationship, you better be willing to say that. Okay? You got to be willing to say that. Okay, so, sorry, I'm sorry, got caught up for a moment. So nobody on here wants to be in a polygamous relationship. So far, I see a bunch of no's on the polygamy. Okay, cool. All right, therefore, if you're single or dating, if you're dating, you need to make that one relationship work. That's the only one. If you're single, you only need one person. When people say there's no good men out there, that is not true, because every year you see somebody getting married and you be like, oh, she done found a good man. I don't know how she found him. Because you only need one. Like, think if Nike only needed to sell shoes to one person. Think if Pepsi only needed to sell drinks to one person. Think of any other brand, Ford, GM, Jaguar, your Mac, Google. If companies only needed one customer, they would have shut down shop a long time ago. But they're trying to get masses of people to buy their products. I'm going to teach you social media marketing for singles. And LinkedIn training is a separate training I'm also doing on Saturday. You need one job, or you need some customers as a business owner to help your business grow. If you're looking for a job, you're just looking for one, I'm guessing. So LinkedIn, I'm going to help people find that job in that city, in that place that they want to be in. Or if you're a business owner, you need multiple contacts, I can help you with that too. But when it comes to relationships, you just need one, right, Tamika? Just one. Just one. Somebody say just one in the comments. Just one. You only need one. So there does not have to be an army of good men. There does not have to be a field of good women. You need one. Is there one? What they used to say in church. The doors of the church are open. Is there one? Is there one? Is there one that wants to come and accept Christ into their life? Is there one that wants to come and be a part of your life? Are the doors of your heart open? Are you ready to receive? Are you ready to welcome someone into your life? Now, I'm not saying day one, you bring them in and introduce them to the kids and give them, have them leaving a toothbrush at your house, but you just need one. Are you positioning yourself so that one person, I see you, Brianne. Thank you guys, Tracy. I see you, just one. Barbie, I see you, just one. Bree, glad you're here. Thank you. You just need one. That's what we're going to talk about. If you are not a part of my inner circle, you got to text Lucas Live to 31996 today. I'm dropping a special coupon code that is going to give you access for a much cheaper price to my relationship training for singles this Saturday. All right. If you're not available this Saturday, still buy the course because you'll get access to the replay and you want to see it. It's not going to be on live. It's going to be a Zoom training. You're going to click a link online, on your phone, on the computer, and you're going to be able to watch me train and teach on social media marketing. I'm a marketing major in college. I'm going to teach you like a business markets itself. Nike, everything Nike does is on purpose. Everything that Nike does is on purpose. Every post, every picture, every video, every commercial. Are you intentional? If you're trying to attract a certain type of person, do you even know what that looks like? I'm going to help you think through your brand. You are a brand, right? You are a brand. What does your brand say? You need to go back and do an audit of your social media. I'm going to do some social media audits for some people. And as a man, and I'm thinking about, I might even get a council of men. I might even get a group of men to kind of look through some people who are willing. I'm even thinking about possibly doing some live on my show in the future for some brave soul man or woman who's willing to let me pull up their social media profile and call it out online and say, this is a great picture. This shows us that you love to travel. This is a great picture. You show that you can wear your hair down, and this is a great picture. You show us you can wear your hair up. This shows us sometimes you like to work out. Sometimes you like to pig out. Sometimes, we can see the differences in you. You're telling a good story. We can see who you are. Right. And you know your brand and you know your message and you know your target audience. So you're speaking to your target audience. I'm going to help people do that. I want you to get people in your DMs that are people you actually want to talk to. I want to position you so that men or women are willing to shoot their shot. I'm also going to encourage women. Women, it's 2020. We're fighting for women's equality. Well, guess what? That means that men now are led to believe we're equal. So therefore, they're not thinking they always got to be the one to shoot the shot. So how do you position yourself so you can shoot your shot? And when you shoot your shot, they're going to check back against your brand and they're going to start clicking through your pictures. So if you reach out to a dude and be like, man, I gave a tip about social media. I said, if you want to get somebody's attention, wish them a happy birthday the day after their birthday. This was one of my social media tips. I got a bunch of them. If you're on the class on Saturday, you're going to get a bunch of tips, okay, like this. Now, this sounds funny to some people. Some people were laughing, and I was cool. It was funny, but I was serious. I said, say happy birthday the day after their birthday, because on their birthday, they're getting so many birthday wishes that you can't even keep up. Anybody ever notice that? Anybody ever notice on your birthday, you get so many happy birthdays, you can't even. So what people started doing is the next day, they're like, thank you to everybody who said happy birthday. I don't even know who all y'all are. I didn't even know I was friends with half of y'all. Who are you people, right? So if you say happy birthday on their birthday, it's going to get lost in the shuffle. If you say it the next day, or even I'm starting to think, because I just had a birthday, so I'm starting to pay attention to it a little bit more. A few days later, and be intentional and say, I'm sorry I missed your birthday. I hope you enjoyed your day. I saw some of your pictures. Looked like you had a lot of fun. You just look like a really cool person, man. Glad we're connected here on social media, whatever it is. Happy birthday. Boom. Like you said a little bit more, right? Or maybe somebody said, I would like somebody to do it the day before. That's possible too. And that would be a good idea. And here's the crazy part. Facebook and other social media, they track birthdays. So if you look on your birthdays notifications on Facebook, it will tell you upcoming birthdays. So you could say happy birthday in advance. You could say happy birthday in their DMs, right? Now I know everybody got different feelings. I don't want to be in nobody's DMs. I ain't that person. I ain't that thirsty. Somebody gonna say they ain't that thirsty until they well is all the way dry. You better stop. It ain't about being thirsty. It's about getting what you want. My favorite quote is, successful people do things that unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Successful people do things that unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Are you willing to take a training? Are you willing to read books? Are you willing to maybe you need counseling. Maybe you need more help. Maybe you need healing. I don't know what it is. Maybe you're dating and you need some help because you're like, we ain't going nowhere near marriage. We're stuck. If you need help, my wife and I wrote this wonderful book called The Marriage Plan. This is for single, dating, or married people. I'm going to hold up both copies. There's a man's edition and a woman's edition. The man's edition and woman's edition. I held my book in front of my mic. It messed me up. Man's edition, written by Lucas and Corinne Marie Tyndall, and woman's edition. The books are the same, but they help if you're in a relationship. You want to get these because you want to both be working in them and through them, and you're going to score each other on different stuff. And it forces conversations that couples often don't have. You may have been married for 20 years, but you need this book because this is helping you get a plan for your marriage. Y'all just been making it. Y'all just been going along. Y'all don't have a plan. This is called the marriage plan. Or if you're single, if you're single, right again, if you're single, you want the marriage plan because you're going to go through here and start thinking about things that are going to set you up to know your brand better. You're going to plan what you want so that when you're on a date and they're like, well, what do you want? Where do you want to live? How many kids do you want to have? Do you want more kids? Do you blah, blah, blah? This book is going to help you answer those things. And it's going to help you do a lot of self-reflection. There's places for you to write and answer. It's not just a book. It's a workbook. And my wife and I've worked through this with couples. I've worked through this with singles who I'm coaching. It is available. If you want it, you got to just reach out to me, message me. We did have it on Amazon, but we took it off of Amazon because we want to personally be invested and involved with the people we send it to. That doesn't mean we got to do coaching with you and all that. We just want to know who we're helping. We just want to be able to send it out to you. So reach out to me. We're also going to have this available in more ways than one for you guys to get a hold of this. But reach out to me if you're interested in the marriage plan. My wife and I will be on next week also talking more about this and let you guys know how you can get a copy of the marriage plan. So what's up, my man, Steve Beatty? Glad to have you here, my man. Thank you for being here. So, all right, Steve Beatty, I heard you were in town. I missed you, my man. I missed you. We got to get together for a meal, like a meal that you cook. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you can use my kitchen, brother, anytime. All right, anytime you're in town, my kitchen is your kitchen. Mi casa es su casa. My kitchen es su kitchen. Shout out to Steve Beatty, executive chef, culinary Olympian. That's my man right there, Steve Beatty. Okay, so, all right, so let's think about this. All right, yeah, Tamika. Hey, we'll be in touch, Tamika. How about you jumped in on the training early, so I'm going to send you a free copy, Tamika Jones. Thank you so much. Reach out to me, remind me, I'll send you a free copy. All right, so what were we talking about? Where were we at? Y'all got to help me now. Where were we at? We were talking about social media, branding, and what part were we at? I don't want to mess y'all up. I want to make sure y'all know. But when we're talking about our brand, right, you got to know your brand. All right. We were talking about my kitchen is his kitchen. Different is better than better. Remember that. Different is better than better. It's okay that you're different. You look at and I want you guys to do this. If you're a single man or woman, I also want you to take some time and look through the profiles of other people. I want you to look through some other single women's profiles. I want you to look through some married women's profiles. I want you to pay attention to what people are posting, what they're talking about. Now, a married woman is not trying to attract more men, so her posts are probably different. Somebody who's perpetually single, check out their page too and be like, man, what are they saying? Is there something they're doing? I'm telling you, somebody out there has thought about reaching out to you. They've thought about talking to you, and they look back at a post from 2012 where you said women are no good, or men are no good, or I'm sick of these women. They all out here trying to get money, or I'm sick of these men. They only want one thing. Ladies, do men want sex? Yes, men want sex. And does sex sell? Yes, sex sells. But I also caution women to be careful because some people, now let's go here. Some of you are marketing that you want to be in an entanglement, not in an engagement. Some of your pages are saying, entangle, I'm trying to be entangled, right? It's like, you Jade out here. You out here looking like you're looking for an entanglement, not an engagement. Okay. And you're like, the same old dudes want the same old stuff and the same, because sometimes that's what you're marketing. And sometimes you don't know that's what you're marketing, but that's what you're marketing. Again, I'm not against people. Like, that doesn't mean that, oh, you can't have any sexy pictures or men are going to think that all you want is sex. But I'm just saying, if all of your pictures you're half naked, you look like you want to be entangled. If all of your pictures if all of your posts and stuff are saying things that don't speak to how much you value yourself and God and life and your family and children, if your marketing message is telling guys a story and it's attracting a certain type of person, somebody out there about to be entangled, you don't even know it. Some dude is out there like, I'm about to shoot my shot. I'm trying to get entangled. Right? They can't wait, right? And you like, I'm looking for a husband. I'm hoping to be engaged. He like, I don't know who you're talking to. He like, my girl. Then they get in a relationship and you do get entangled, because Jada said it, but it's a lot of people out there entangled. And I said this in a post yesterday. I said, you won't get engaged if you're already entangled. You got to untie from Mr. Wrong so that you can tie the knot with Mr. Right. You have to untie from Mr. or Mrs. Wrong so you can tie the knot with Mr. or Mrs. Right. We got to get out of these entanglements. Some people, though, let me say this, some people love their entanglement. Some people feel safe in their entanglement. Their entanglement, you don't have any trust. You don't sleep as well at night. It's not a fully committed thing. But some people feel good because at least they got somebody. They don't know when they're going to be home, but eventually they're going to come home. And they cool with that. They're not cool with it, but they cool with it. They don't really like it, but they like it. They don't really want it, but they accept it. We got to step up our standards, right? A marketing message is probably screaming serial dater. Listen, Tasha, you know I want to work with you, right? I don't know why, Tasha. I'm so fascinated by your journey. I don't even know all of it, but I'm fascinated by your marketing message. Your posts in our comments, Tasha, tell a message and a story about you. Things you say on your posts and my post fascinate me, okay? So I'm fascinated. So Tasha, we're going to work together one day. And we're going to figure it out. And being someone who dates people, I don't think it's so crazy. I think when I see somebody who's dating people, as long as they don't look like they, sleeping with everybody. If they look like they sleeping with everybody they dating, then that's telling a story like, man, maybe I should try to get a date because then I can try to get some, right? And you may not want to tell that message. But the fact that you're dating may say, wow, maybe I could shoot my shot. Looks like they're open. But you got to make a picture's worth 1,000 words. What are you posting? And your words are worth something. What are you saying? Your videos are worth something. What are you showing? We got to think about the brand messaging. All right. What do you want? Welcome. Here, I need to see someone else from Periscope, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, LinkedIn. We welcome you to Lucas Live. If this is your first time here, please say first time. I'd love to know. And if you're not a part of the inner circle, today I want you to text Lucas Live to 31996. You go to your text messaging and you go in there, and at the top where it says to, instead of finding your friend's name, you type 31996 all together. It doesn't need a dash or anything. 31996. And then when you go to put your message, in the message bar, you put Lucas Live, all one word, Lucas Live, or you can do it 2 words. I set it up that way now so that we avoided any trouble. You're going to get a text message back that says, thank you for joining the Inner Circle. And then later today, I'm going to be sending out information to the people who are part of the Inner Circle on how you can join our social media online singles marketing training this Saturday via Zoom. And if you're not available this Saturday, once you've paid, you will have access to the replay. And I'm also doing a LinkedIn training this Saturday as well. If you're interested in advancing your career, fixing your LinkedIn profile, or you don't have a LinkedIn, but you've heard there's people on there doing business, it's happening on LinkedIn. Okay, it's happening. If you're an entrepreneur and you have your own business, or you're looking for a new career, or you want to work from home forever because you like the way this feels, or you're sick of your boss and you want a different thing, or you're trying to move to Georgia, California, Florida, South Carolina, Cleveland, New York. I don't know where you're trying to live, but you can get a job before you go. And I can help you with that through LinkedIn. First time, thank you, Kimberly. Glad to have you guys here. Glad to have you guys here. Tierra, first time, thank you so much for being here. This is the Lucas Live Show. My name is Lucas Tyndale. We are live Monday through Thursday, usually 8 a.m. Eastern time, but we also have some evening shows, usually at 7 p.m. Eastern. Next week, I have someone from Tyler Perry. I usually have guests on the show too. If you're a first time, I normally do interviews. So make sure you follow me at Lucas Live Media on YouTube, and Lucas Live Media on Facebook, and at Lucas Tyndale on LinkedIn, and Lucas Tyndale on Twitter and Periscope. Check me out so that you guys can follow along and watch this great show. Next week, I have some phenomenal guests. One of them is from Tyler Perry's sister's show. Okay, she's going to be on next Thursday. I'm going to be putting up some promotional stuff. Make sure you're following me so you can see who this person is. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I'm going to be interviewing her. We're going to talk about acting. We're going to talk about writing stories. We're going to talk about Tyler Perry Studios and how do you get in with Tyler Perry. Somebody out there is an aspiring actor, actress, or script writer. She can help. She's going to talk about that on the show next Thursday. You guys, that's going to be an evening show. You guys don't want to miss that. She's out in California, so we're going to do it in the evening so she can, be awake and everything. And then we're going to have a lot more morning shows next week. Also, my wife, that'll be Wednesday. We're going to have her on. Thursday morning, my wife and I are going to be back on with Relationship Talk. Eventually, I'm going to be doing Relationship Talks weekly. It's something I'm passionate about. I care too much about it. I want to help single people who want to be married. I want to help you. If you're dating and you want to get to the engagement, I want to help you. If you're married and you want to have a solid marriage and you want this thing to last because statistics say your marriage isn't going to make it because 50-60% of marriages aren't making it. And I've been there too, so I understand what it's like. And I've been happily married for the last 11 years. I want to help you. Okay. I want to help you. It's my calling. It's my passion. And I'm excited about it. So again, I want you guys to be ready to join the training this weekend. I'm going to be sending out some information shortly. Hit the thing, sign up right away, get your spot, get in there so that you guys can be a part of the great training. I can only give away so much for free here on the show, but I'll do as much as I can. So I remember what I was saying earlier. Let me finish this thought before we end the show in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Lucas Live Media, follow and subscribe. Thank you so much, Rotunda. I appreciate that. Saying happy birthday, creative ways. I'm going to give you creative ways. What's up, Vitra? Miss LaVitra Hampton Marshall. I'm so sorry I had to pause, you guys. My good friend, literally my sister. I love her to death. LaVitra Hampton Marshall just got married this past weekend. Congratulations, Vitra. I owe you copies. We owe you copies. Free. I almost came and dropped these off in your mailbox. You know how much we love you, how much we support you, Corinne and I, and we want to make sure you and Mark have everything you need to have a wonderful, long-lasting marriage, and we're here for you, and that's our gift to you and more, and we're here all the time. All right, so shout out to LaVitra Hampton Marshall. She's now Marshall as well because she's married now, and I'm so proud and so happy for my sister. I'm so happy. Anyway, all right, so shout out to Vitra. Thank you for joining here this morning. Congratulations on everything again. Yeah, everybody give her some love. Congratulate her on her wonderful, beautiful wedding on a beach somewhere. I wish I could have been there. I don't know where you were, but it looked beautiful. Sorry we couldn't make it, but we love you and we're here for you forever, okay? So being creative. I'm going to help singles be more creative in how they position themselves so people will reach out to them and how they can show interest in somebody else. So one of the things, we love you, Vitra. So one of the things that I said was wishing people a happy birthday after their birthday, but even before their birthday. So Facebook will tell you when birthdays are coming. So thanks, Erica. No problem, Bria. So it'll tell you, so you could look ahead and see that somebody has a birthday. And listen, let me tell you another secret. Stop just saying happy birthday to people. I mean, it's okay to just say happy birthday, but nobody notices just happy birthday. Say something else. From a branding marketing perspective, you have to say more. Be the person that says, happy birthday. I'm so excited for you. I see you're having a great life. Looks like you had a great year. I hope everything is well. If there's ever anything I can do for you, I'm here for you. Excited for you, whatever. Or happy birthday. I know we're connected here on Facebook. I know we're connected here on Instagram. I know we're connected here wherever. And I know we don't really know each other, but I see your posts. I love your posts. I love following you. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. I'm out. Right? Mamba out. Drop the mic, right? Like show a little something else. And then they might say, oh, thank you. I didn't even realize it. I'm glad we're connected, And then you might say something back like, yeah, it's really cool. Actually, we live in the same city, whatever. I don't know if you know so-and-so and so-and-so, but those are my people. Glad we know more about each other. Yeah, okay, I know so-and-so. Start the conversation. We're going to get the conversation going. You can't get married if you don't have any conversations. It's the law of numbers. It's called the law of averages. In sales, and we're going to talk marketing, right? In sales, if you want to sell something, you have to pitch it to more people. If you knock on 100 doors, you're likely to sell something to somebody. That's why people used to do door-to-door sales, because they worked. Now, maybe they had to knock on 100 doors to get one person to buy their vacuum, to buy their knives, to buy their whatever it is, but one person mattered, right? And here's the crazy part. But then they had to get up and do it again the next day. You only need one person forever. You only need one. So you got it. The numbers are on your side. You need one person. You need one person. Leanna, welcome to the show. Glad you're here. Megan Cole, glad you're here. You guys showing my girl Vitra some love. We appreciate that. She was a beautiful bride, her and her husband. I'm so happy for her, Mark. Shout out to Vitra. I'm just so excited. I'm just really excited because she's an example of someone who built a relationship, took her time, got married, and is now someone's wife. So many people want to be able to tell that story, but they're just not positioning themselves to do it. And the relationships are hard. Let me tell you that too, because once you get into the dating phase, you're going to need some more help. I'll be offering other trainings and other support. Once you get married, you're going to need more help because marriage is the most challenging. Marriage is harder than dating. And that's harder than being single. People don't know the work it takes. But what I want to do, what my calling is to help people get fit for relationships. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally fit. Physical fitness, Shout out to my man, Dan Harsh. You can holler at him. It's a lot of ladies on here I know who help women and help men. You get fit, get physically fit too. I mean, that's good for your energy. That's good for your self-esteem. I was at the gym at 5 a.m. this morning. I believe in physical fitness. Absolutely. But I'm not going to help you with your physical fitness. I'm going to help you with your mental fitness, your emotional health, okay? Your spiritual health. If you're looking for a guy to be your God, or you're looking for a girl to be your God, they will never be enough. And nobody admits that. Nobody says, I'm looking for a God. Nobody says that. Nobody says, I hope my guy is my God. Nobody says that. But what happens is we get in relationships and we have such huge voids, so many issues that we end up going into a relationship and we ask that person. And when they don't do all the right things, we're so mad because really we didn't want a guy or a girl. We wanted a God. Only God is big enough to be God. Only God is big enough to fill that void in your heart, in your life. And once God fills that space, and once God is the head of your life, once God is filling his proper place in your life, then a guy or a girl has room to come in and love you. And all their love for you is extra. It's a bonus. It's just a beautiful thing. It's something you appreciate, but not something that you're like, I can't sleep at night without it. Because I know I'm loved. I know God loves me. So even on days when my wife is upset with me, I'll be like, so what? Jesus loves me. No, I'm just playing. But to know that you have love, eternal love. I want to recommend a book. I just recommended this to one of my coaching clients. It's a book called Crazy Love by Francis Chan. If you're struggling with love, to be loved, to love yourself, buy the book Crazy Love by Francis Chan. Okay? It's an amazing book. Crazy Love by Francis Chan talks about how much God loves us. And when you know how much God loves you, you will start to love yourself more, and that will allow you to love others more. And when you love others more, you will receive more. When you give more, you get more. Be not deceived, for God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man sows, that he also reaps, or that she also reaps. So you got to be able to give love. But if you don't love you, and you don't know how much God loves you, and you don't know that God is love, and God in you is love, and gives you the ability to love, you're going to struggle with love. So many people are struggling with love is because you're struggling with your relationship with God. So I want to help people get spiritually fit for relationships. Okay. So I'm so excited about this. I'm excited about this Saturday. Again, registration is open still. You're going to text Lucas Live to 31996 if you haven't already signed up. And I'm going to give you guys a special price. And you guys are going to get the class this Saturday at a discount. If you've already paid for the full training, I'll be reaching out to you about the extras that you're going to get as a bonus for being one of our early members who signed up in advance and was ready to roll. All right. Yes, you need one person who is not abusive and who is interested in you, but not expected to complete you. Thank you so much. My aunt Gloria said that great point. And she worked in the field of mental health for many years and it works with people who are grieving for different reasons. This is such a profound statement. You need one person who is not abusive, who is interested in you, but not expected to complete you. Very, very important. I'm not saying you need one as in take anyone. I'm looking for anyone. What's behind door number 1, number 2, number 3? I'll take anybody who comes in the door. Nope. They can't be abusive. They need to be invested in you and invested in improving themselves and invested in their relationship with God. And they can't be expected to complete you. Those lines in movies are so cute. You complete me. You complete me. That sounds cute. But if somebody has the role of completing, that's something only God can do. It's too much pressure for somebody to have to complete you. People who are in relationships with people who are completing or competing never work. So if you're completing someone, that's unsustainable. You're not God. You can't complete them. If you're competing with them or the person is competing with you, you can't have success. Or they get jealous. The woman can't make more money or his ego's messed up. Those things don't work. We got to work on that stuff. We got to dig into the deeper issues. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been awesome. It's been a lot of fun. This is a topic and a subject that I'm so passionate about. I could talk about it all day. I could post about it all day. I'll probably post some more today about healthy relationships. I'll also be sharing the lineup for next week. You don't want to miss the show next week. It's going to be phenomenal. My wife will be in studio with me next Thursday morning, 8 a.m. We'll be talking relationships again. We're going to help people get out of entanglements and get into engagements. I want to help you. We'll be doing it this Saturday in the training. You want to make sure that you sign up. Or if you know somebody who could use it, sponsor them. Pay for it and say, this is for so-and-so. My friend so-and-so really needs this. Even if they can't be there, I want them to get the replay of the training this Saturday and sign up and support them as well. All right, everybody, I'm so excited to have you guys here. Again, this was another episode of Lucas Live. It was my honor and pleasure bringing this information to you. I'm excited to see who all signed up for the text group. You guys are going to become a part of the inner circle. You'll have a discount for my trainings this Saturday, and I will also be offering other future discounts and giveaways. Also, our giveaways, we have great guests that have come on the show with books and products and services. A lot of times they have giveaways, and the way to win the giveaway is to be a part of the inner circle, because that's where we draw the names from. So if you want to win the book of the person who was on the show yesterday, the day before, whenever it was, you want to be a part of the inner circle, because that's how we're giving away prizes. We've given away nothing but cakes. We've given away books. We've given away products and services. So you guys want to be a part of it. Thank you so much, Lynn. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining today. Everybody who was on, I really appreciate it. I look forward to seeing some of you guys Saturday in my training live on Zoom. Can't wait for you guys to be a part of it. More information will be out there today at a special discounted price for the next 24 to 48 hours, right up to the time where we start the training. I'm excited to be here with you guys, and I'll see you guys again soon. Have a great, great day. Share this broadcast and tell somebody who didn't watch they need to go back and watch the replay. Everybody have